In this video, I'm going to talk about if you need paid or organic marketing in your business, which one is better, and which one you should actually deploy more depending on where your business is at the moment. Generally, I break down your coaching, consulting, or online business to 5 different stages of development, and instead of giving you a yes or no answer or that one is better than the other, I'm actually going to look and talk about all different 5 stages of business development, and because on different stages of development you will want to use and deploy organic versus paid to a larger or a lower degree. So without any further ado, let's dive right in. Hey, what's going on? My name's Nazim. You might know me as the marketing guy, and if in case this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I'm a marketing consultant. I've been at it for close to 8 years now, working with online businesses, coaches, consultants, agencies. And in the last 7 or 8 years, I've helped hundreds of online businesses to generate over $30 million in sales. Also, I personally, with these bare hands, have spent more than $10 million on ads, on YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Google ads. So, but I also obviously consulted and worked on a lot of organic growth projects as well. So I feel like I bring and know best and worst of both worlds, and this is why I'm actually giving you this non-orthodox, non-traditional answer, which goes as, organic versus paid. Really depends where you're at. So without any further ado, let's look at all the 5 stages of development, sort of like determine where you at or what stage are you at in this moment, and from there you will have the answer, whether you should go heavy on organic or paid or both. So let's get started. So the first question is, what's better, or what do you need more, organic or paid, or what comes first, organic or paid? And unfortunately, a lot of so-proclaimed gurus on the marketplace, in the industry, try to usually give you a very one-sided answer, like organic is best or paid is best. Organic people say paid advertising is a waste of money. Paid advertising people say that organic is a waste of time. You get the gist. And they basically say that because they're selling something, and it's always easier to build this us versus them narrative, or basically point out this one thing and then market it as an end-all be-all solution to everything. But in reality, most complex and most experienced marketers know that it really goes case by case. But it's just so that if those gurus say it's case by case and they don't have a definitive answer, they will not be able to sell their courses. Fortunately for you, I don't have a course I sell for $997. I'm a marketing consultant, and a lot of the work we do at Clients Conversion Academy and other projects is very case by case. So I'll give you the most real answer. So my answer, the first answer to what's better, organic or paid, it depends. So, and like I said, we're going to now look at the 5 stages of different business development and determine what fits best your scenario. So the 5 levels of, or 5 stages of business development, and it's for you if you run a coaching business, consulting, online business, agency business, freelance business, right? If you basically cater and service clients online, and you want to grow your business, you will have to go through all of these 5 levels of development. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over all the 5 stages, and I'll explain to you basically the specific details of each stage and how to determine which stage you are at in the moment. And then obviously I'll give you my best recommendation for organic versus paid marketing for each stage. So stage number 1 is a complete newbie, a complete beginner. And in this stage, it's quite obvious you don't have a working offer, you've never worked with clients. Then you go into stage number 2, which I call a seasoned newbie or a seasoned beginner, and this is where you start getting your first 1 or 2 clients. But again, you can't really call that a fully running, growing operation. But obviously, you're still a level above a complete beginner. Then you become a solid business where you're actually getting consistently a couple of clients a month, and maybe you're even in the contention of earning a 6-figure income or 10K per month. Then you move on to a growing business. This is where you start swimming with the big dogs, with the big sharks. You're racking in multiple 6 figures, per year, and you actually start thinking about and working on growing your business, and then last but not the least, 7 figures, you are racking in at least 80k to 200k per month, or 1 million a year, 7 figures, and you're eyeing that next goal, which is 8 figures, which is 800k, right? This is basically how the gradation, right, of an online business goes these days. So without any further ado, let's dive into the stage number 1, which is a complete beginner, and kind of like I'll give you my best synopsis for what you should do if you're a beginner. So if you're a beginner, I'll tell this to you right away. You do not have to ever run ads. If you're a beginner, what you need to basically focus on is, most importantly, coming up with your initial offer, which would be also your signature offer. It's basically the first thing that you start offering to clients, and then you need to, in terms of marketing, you need to fully focus on organic marketing. Again, do not run or invest in any sorts of ads. It's probably the biggest mistake you can do, and it's a complete gamble. If you've never worked with clients, if you don't have a working offer, your best bet is going to use your network, organic reach, to get your first clients. Basically, you need to put it out there and to the world that, hey guys, I started this new business, I'm testing this new offer. You might want to start with a discounted price to lure in, attract the first clients, work with them, start making money with your business, know what it feels like, kind of like really start understanding what your clients' pain points and trigger points and motivation points are. And this is, when you move on to the next stage, this is when you can, basically upping your marketing game. But right now, use your organic reach, network, whatever you want to call it. If you do not have any sort of network somehow, then you will need to start joining Facebook groups. You'll need to start joining communities where your best prospects may hang out, and start basically posting content there. And content and organic marketing are your best friends at this stage. Again, investing into ads right now is basically it doesn't make sense. It feels, I know it sounds barbaric, but it almost like eating your own flesh to feed yourself. Because again, it's a horrible example, but your business is not generating any money whatsoever, and I'm a big believer into not making gambles, especially when it comes to starting your business. And I guess obviously, unless you're running some sort of offline business where you need to lease out a big space and all that kind of stuff. The beauty of an online business is you still need to work a lot and you need to work hard, but it comes at very little overhead costs, or sort of like startup costs. So that's great, right? Use that. There'll be a lot of grunt work. You'll be forced to interact with people a lot, post a lot of content, but who said it was easy? The gurus on the internet who say that, hey, 4 hours a week and whatnot, they're wrong. An online business is a business still, and if you've been around, if you have friends or colleagues who've ran or run business right now, they'll all tell you it doesn't matter if it's an online business or offline business, it takes a lot of work. Actually, probably usually more, at least in the beginning stages, more than if you were employed or work for someone else. So get that, accept that reality. Organic marketing is key for the beginner stage. And now when you basically make that work, you will move on to the next stage, which is a seasoned beginner or a seasoned rookie. So a seasoned beginner or a seasoned rookie is a level where you're generating, where you obviously started enrolling your first clients, you got paid, good job, keep it up, and you're probably getting 1 to 2 clients per month. You already know roughly what your offer is. You've sold it for hopefully a couple of $1,000s. You've made some money, right? And depending on where you're living, it can replace you. And depending also obviously how much you charge, it can replace your current income, or it can be a very nice extra bonus cash. Running it as a side business, I probably would not recommend leaving your main source of income for a business at this stage of development yet, but obviously it's up to you. It's geographical arbitrage, right? If you're making 3 grand and you're living in LA, probably don't want to do that. If you're living somewhere in some other state or in Europe or whatever, for that money you can probably you can run it as a full-time business in that case. But most important thing is you still should not run ads. I know it kind of feels frustrating because a lot of gurus say run ads as soon as possible, automation, ads are awesome, ads are everything, right? If you're not running ads, you're missing out. If you're not running ads, you're not playing it smart, you're working harder. That's all stupid, okay?
You sit on a throne of lies.
To run ads, any sort of ad campaign, trust me, as the guy who's run a lot of money and a lot of campaigns, any sort of advertising campaign is a gamble. I personally still, when I work with private clients at Clients Conversion Academy and our other projects, when we start running ads, we take a certain amount of cash, we set it aside, and we say we're ready to burn this cash for better or worse, hopefully for better. But if it burns, this is not basically the last money we have that we're spending or investing in this advertising campaign. So basically, but what can you invest, right? What you can invest in at this stage, because you're making some money. Certainly you can spend it on a nice vacation or whatever, but I'm a big believer in reinvesting back in your business. So at this stage of development, when you're making probably a couple of $1,000s per month in your business, I would say your best bet is investing in courses, not overly expensive courses, but some courses still that will help you and teach you organic marketing. Or obviously you can always invest into higher tier stuff if it's like really proven and really good stuff. But basically that course needs to be about still first of all deepening your knowledge of organic marketing, but also teaching your business operations and teaching you basic business fundamentals as well, like time management, how to maybe start employing your first people in the future, a virtual assistant or of some sort. But basically, because unless you have some business background or business owner background in the beginning, you might want to start investing in these kinds of courses to basically help you gain a head start in your this new entrepreneurship journey of entrepreneurship that you're embarking on. So keep doing what you're doing, keep studying your audience at this stage, keep deepening your knowledge of branding and organic marketing until you reach the next point, which is going to be a solid business. And here's what you do when you become a solid business. So you become a solid business when you start racking in anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month, or basically start making close to 6 figures per year. You know, that golden kind of like goal of making 100 grand a year, which is a good income pretty much anywhere in the world, even in the most affluent countries. And basically it's at this point when you basically say, yeah, okay, this is good, this business makes money, I can basically go full-time in it. And this is really the first time ever that you can start dabbling with ads. And I recommend at this stage, again, you should probably make closer to $10,000 a month. And if you're making that, you can start investing your first $1,000 to $2,000 a month into ads, which is roughly around $50 a day, right? This can be your budget. And again, the reason I'm recommending that you start with ads at this stage is because if you look at your income right now, at this stage, you are making enough money to set aside as cash for yourself, to pay some basic business overhead, and you will still probably have $1,000 to $2,000, maybe even $3,000 left to reinvest back in your business. And I still think at this point you need to keep investing in your business, at least up to 20 to 30% of your revenue or profits you need to invest in your business. And running or starting to dabble with ads is a good step. Now, this comes with a caveat, a very important point. Although you can start spending on ads, don't think that if you start spending money on ads, that results will come right away. It's still a gamble, and actually I would say it's actually a very important stage in your life, because you're investing your first serious money back in your business, and you should take it very seriously, because it's very, very easy to burn money in advertising. A lot of people think, okay, I mean, obviously I'm paying someone a lot of money, so I should get results for it. Not really. You can probably advertising is probably one of the to be honest with you, one of the fastest ways to burn through cash if you have no clue what you're doing. So before you start running advertising campaigns, I highly recommend that you educate yourself on it for as much as possible. Take, I would say, a good 2 weeks to read up on it. Choose a platform that you think is a good fit for your needs. It can be Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, depending on your industry and on your business model. If you run an SEO agency, probably Google. If you run a coaching business, probably Facebook or Instagram. Or you can consult someone like me who will give you the answer. And you can always go to our website and book a consultation call. But basically, you need to do your homework, your due diligence before you start spending money, because it's a serious move. And like in stage number 2, I highly recommend that you start investing into first products, courses, mentoring programs, especially actually in stage number 3, because and again, given that you invest with legit people, legit courses, this investment into courses and into knowledge base will help you safeguard your money investment on advertising, right? Because what's better to spend, let's say, $5,000 on a consulting offer to safeguard and to basically protect your $50,000 investment in the ads in the next few years, or kind of like not invest those $5,000, keep that for yourself, or invest $55,000 on ads, but then burn through it like hell, right? You get the gist. It's more important than ever to basically know what you're after, what's your end goal with your marketing campaigns. And by the way, still you keep doing your organic stuff. And guys, here's the biggest revelation of this video: you never stop with organic marketing. You never stop with it, right? You hear me? It's very important that I drive this point home as much as I can probably in this video, because a lot of people have this idea that okay, organic marketing is something temporary before I make ads work, and then I can kind of stop running organic marketing. You should not. And I'll actually talk about this specific there are actually quite a few amazing benefits for keeping up with your organic marketing efforts, but right now for this stage, because you're still trying to grow your ads, right? You're still kind of like spending money, but it's not super stable. It's still important that you keep running your organic marketing, because it's still the backbone of your revenue and income in your business. So once you move to stage number 4, which is a growing business, this is when you start upping your budget and you can start diversifying your lead sources or lead generation basket. But right now, you're still treating your ads efforts as an experiment. You do your due diligence and homework to prepare for it. You maybe hire mentors who will help you invest your money safely, but still, it's still a big marketing test. Don't forget about it. Don't be fooled by gurus that say that all you need is one Facebook ad and it will be your business or lead gen will be automated. It will not. It's a marketing test, and you should treat it as such. It's a risk. So approach it wisely, right? So now moving on to stage number 4, which is a growing business. Okay, you're at stage number 4, a big boy business, and congratulations, because at this point you're probably making multiple 6 figures. You have you're probably generating at least 5 to 10 clients per month. You have things going for you. You are a proud business owner, and it's about the time that you start scaling your advertising campaigns, given that obviously you did your due diligence in the past stage and your ad campaigns are working, which it can probably take up to a few months to make them work. But now that you're a growing business, you probably figured it out. You're generating your first leads using your marketing campaigns, and it's time to grow. Now, when it comes to growing your advertising campaigns, people usually make one fundamental mistake, and that is they don't figure out early on how much the maximum amount they're willing to invest to acquire a client through their advertising campaigns. Because if you, for example, sell something for $10,000 and it costs you $9,000 in advertising campaigns to acquire a client, it is not a good business, right? And the maximum percentage point that I recommend to reinvest back into acquiring further clients is about 30 to 35% of your client value. So what I really mean by that, for example, if you are making $10,000 per client and you know that, then I recommend that you do not invest more than $3,000 to acquire that client, because once you start investing more than 30%, just from my experience and how your business works and how online businesses work, it's just the candles is not worth the game, or whatever that saying goes. It becomes too much and it will start eating into your profits, right? If you're again spending more than 30 to maximum 40% of your client value back into ads, it's going to start eating into your profits, because you have other overhead, you have salespeople, you have coaching staff, maybe you have tax office. So basically 30% is the maximum. If you can actually go down to 20 to 25%, that will be the best. The absolute assassins in the advertising space, their clients at 15 to 20%, but to be honest with you, I haven't seen anyone who goes below that unless they're very smart with their customer lifetime value, increasing their value, just general value of their client. Link in the corner there, up there on the upper right corner, on how to increase your customer lifetime value. But moving on with the topic of this video, yes, you will start basically upping your ads, and you can probably actually keep upping your advertising budget infinitely, as long as you keep up this very healthy ratio of not spending more than 30% of your client value on back in the advertising campaigns. And guys, like I said in the last stage, you're still keeping up with your organic marketing efforts. And here are 4 good reasons why you should never quit your organic marketing efforts. Number 1, it's generally good business. It's good business because organic marketing, it builds your brand, and even if long after your advertising campaigns stop working, or you just don't feel like running or investing money into ads anymore, your branding and your organic reach is gonna keep making you money, like literally like years after you stop your advertising campaign. So that's reason number 1. Number 2, your advertising or paid marketing strategies and funnels can just they can just stop working. In fact, they usually stop working every couple of months, and when they stop working, it can take you anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, or even a few months in some rare cases where you're changing your entire setup to fix it. And if you don't have organic marketing strategy on the back end going for you, you're going to go into deep minus. So you want that you want the financial cushion or the lead cushion of organic marketing to keep working for you in the background until you figure out your advertising issues. Reason number 3 to keep running organic marketing at all times is that your organic marketing leads are actually going to be the best, because they're gonna have the most sort of like impact or view time with your content, and these people are your raving fans. They've probably followed you for a couple of months, maybe even years, and they'll be very excited and ecstatic to get on a sales call with you. They'll invest whatever you ask. With paid leads, they're still decent depending on your funnel, but basically their exposure time to you and your work is usually much less, so you'll have to do heavier lifting on sales calls, and they'll basically be a bit colder than organic marketing leads. And reason number 4 to keep running organic marketing is because running organic marketing is great for your profitability, because every lead that you generate through organic marketing is $1 spend less on advertising that you have to spend on advertising. So for example, if you have a specific revenue goal of hitting 100k and you need 100 leads for that, why not let our organic marketing generate half of it, so you spend half as less or twice as less on your advertising campaigns? Kind of makes sense. So guys, this is stage number 4, and then moving on to stage number 5, which is 7 figures. I'm probably not going to spend too much time in this video talking about this, but basically when you're stage 5 and you're 7 figures, you're building like on a whole different level, right? You need affiliate programs, referral programs. If you have any interest in this topic, because I work with quite a few 7 and even 8-figure businesses, just leave a comment down below. I can talk about it. But basically, that's a whole new ball game. You probably also spend a couple $100,000 a month on advertising campaigns. And yeah, you're definitely investing into ads a lot. You're still, actually, it's more important than ever to keep up with your organic marketing, because you get a lot of people on sales calls. You basically need to have a more solid brand status and social proof to convince that amount of people to invest with you. And basically, yeah, that's it, guys. The 5 stages. I hope I was very thorough with each stage, and whether you should and how much you should do organic versus paid marketing in each stage. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below. And guys, if you obviously need guidance in your business, definitely click on the link below. Go to our website, book a consultation call with us. We'll audit whatever stage you're in and recommend you either on organic and or paid advertising or marketing strategies, depending on where your business is at. We have solutions for both. Feel free to join our Facebook group, Facebook community. That's absolutely free, and there we share free templates, PDFs, something that I don't share on my YouTube channel because there's no space for it. But in the Facebook group, you can do that. You can get your hands on those templates for, again, organic and paid advertising strategies. And as always, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell button, like this video, share with the community. And this has been Nazim. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Talk soon.